The team then determines the placement. The placement is always determined on the unique needs of the child, the meaning of the evaluation data, and all the placement options, and is in the least restrictive environment, or LRE. And it's also as close to the child's home as possible. So again, kind of going back to school districts develop programs for ease of delivery of service for a child with autism or intellectual disability or maybe a behavior disorder. They might have a program specifically for those students at one school in the district, and that may not be your child's home school. What you want to look at first is if all of those services and accommodations and modifications can be provided in your child's home school first before considering those other options. The IEP team has to consider whether or not that can be provided 100% of the time in the regular ed classroom. So the speech and language services, can that be provided in the regular ed classroom? The OT services, the PT services. Oftentimes there's natural times to provide those services. OT services can be provided when the class is working on writing, and that could be a push-in service. PT services can be provided during PE, physical education. Those are natural times, but that's not always possible. Sometimes you need a more one-on-one quiet setting in order to work on some of those skills. So if not 100% of the time in the regular ed setting, why not? And that needs to be listed under those placement considerations. So a free appropriate public education is defined as including regular and special education and related services that are provided at public expense. They need to meet the educational standards of the State of Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. It includes preschool, elementary school, and secondary school, and is provided in conformity with the IEP. There are exceptions to FAPE, and that includes children who have reached the age of 21. FAPE no longer is provided, and there are other laws that would protect your child with a disability past that age. Or if the student has graduated from high school with a regular high school diploma, once the child receives a regular high school diploma, the district's no longer required to provide those IEP services. If a parent has chosen to place their child in a private school, that child is not entitled to a free appropriate public education. They are entitled to services through the public school district. However, it's at a level that's less than FAPE, and it's called proportionate share.